وَمَا أَصَابَكُم مِّن مُّصِيبَةٍ فَبِمَا كَسَبَتْ أَيْدِيكُمْ وَيَعْفُو عَن كَثِيرٍ. And whatever of misfortune befalls you, it is because of what your hands have earned, though He pardons much. Shaykh Abdulaziz ibn Baz rahimahullah ta'ala, he said, so there is no doubt concerning the prevalence of earthquakes in the various places of the earth in these times, that it is from the generality of the signs by which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wishes to instill fear into His servants. And this is in reference to the hadith of Allah's Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, where he said, that has been collected by Imam al-Bukhari, that the hour will not be established until knowledge is taken away. وَتَكْثُرَ الزَّلَازِلِ, and there will be an increase or a prevalence of zalazil, meaning earthquakes that will become more and more frequent. And time will pass quickly, and afflictions will appear, and there will be haraj, al-qatal, as he said sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And that is qat, which is the prevalence and the increase in murder and killing. And there will be an overflow of wealth and money amongst you. So Allah's Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam informed us that earthquakes, as he said, up until the earthquakes, these zalazil, that they become prevalent and more frequent. So this is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And all of this which is occurring, of floods and earthquakes and so on, afflictions which hurt the people and cause them various types of harm, as Shaykh Abdulaziz bin Bazi mentioned, that they are due to shirk, associating partners with Allah, and due to the sins of the people and disobedience of the people, just as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned, وَمَا أَصَابَكُم مِّن مُّصِيبَةٍ فَبِمَا كَسَبَتْ أَيْدِيكُمْ وَيَعْفُو عَن كَثِيرٍ. And whatever of misfortune befalls you, it is because of what your hands have earned, though He pardons much. مَا أَصَابَكَ مِنْ حَسَنَةٍ فَمِنَ اللَّهِ. And whatever good reaches you, then it is from Allah. وَمَا أَصَابَكَ مِنْ سَيِّئَةٍ فَمِنْ نَفْسِكَ وَأَرْسَلْنَاكَ لِلنَّاسِ رَسُولًا وَكَفَى بِاللَّهِ شَهِيدًا. Whatever of good reaches you, it is from Allah. But whatever of evil befalls you, then it is from yourself. And indeed we have sent you, O Prophet, we have sent you, O Muhammad, to the people as a messenger, and Allah is sufficient as a witness. So all good that happens, my brothers and sisters, it is from Allah. And when evil befalls you, then it is due to our disobedience and the shirk and the kufr of the people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned regarding the previous nations and how He destroyed them. فَكُلًّا أَخَذْنَا بِذَنْبِهِ فَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ أَرْسَلْنَا عَلَيْهِ حَاسِبًا وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ أَخَذَتْهُ السَّيْحَةُ وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ خَسَفْنَا بِهِ الْأَرْضِ وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ أَغْرَقْنَا وَمَا كَانَ اللَّهُ لِيَظْلِمَهُمْ وَلَكِنْ كَانُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ يَظْلِمُونَ. So Allah said, and we punished each of them for his sins. So each person was punished for his sins. Of them were some on whom we sent a violent wind with a shower of stones. And of them were some who were overtaken by the torment of the awful cry. And of them were some who we caused the earth to swallow. And of them were some whom we drowned. And it was not Allah who wronged them, ما كان الله ليظلمهم. It was not Allah who wronged them. Rather, it was they who wronged themselves. Shaykh Abdul Aziz bin Baz rahimahullah, he said, so it is obligatory upon every adult from the Muslims, and indeed from the non-Muslims, to turn to Allah, repent to Allah, follow the religion of Allah, be steadfast upon the deen, worship Him alone, and beware and be far removed from everything that Allah has prohibited, from shirk, from sins, from disobedience, such that they will attain safety, well-being and salvation in this world and in the hereafter from all types of evil and harm. So Allah protects them from every evil, and Allah saves them. So when we see these calamities taking place, and it is ajib, min al-ajaib, it is from the strangest of affairs, that when a calamity or an affliction takes place in the world, whether it be a flood, or whether it be an earthquake, or whether it be other than that, that the people don't reflect upon their own deeds and their own actions. They don't say to themselves, maybe we need to repent to Allah. They are fearful, they feel the fear because these are scary events. Yet they will not repent to Allah. They will not seek Allah's forgiveness. But rather some of them will even say, well, it is because we're releasing too much carbon dioxide. So they won't look at their own deeds and they'll say, well, all we have to do is stop using coal, stop using gas, and that will stop the floods, and that will stop the storms, and that will stop the tornadoes, and that will stop the strong and powerful winds that destroy buildings. That will stop the floods from reaching the lands. That they don't look at their deeds and their actions in terms of their sins and their transgressions against Allah. Rather, they say this is due to something that we do, and we can control it. We can control what they refer to as these natural disasters. That all we have to do is stop eating beef. Or all we have to do is stop using so much energy, and the floods will stop, and the weather will change, and the natural disasters will be reduced. And this is from the deception that Shaitan has played upon them. This is from the trickery and the deception of Iblis. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned, we punished each of them for their sins. فَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ أَرْسَلْنَا عَلَيْهِ حَاسِبًا. And there were some against whom we sent a violent wind. For what? Because of their sins. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ أَغْرَقْنَا. And from them were those who were drowned. Because of what? Because of their sins. And it was not Allah who wronged them. It was because they wronged themselves.